Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Leo for the month of September, late August to September. We're in the sign of Virgo, which is, the element is earth. So you are in your second house, which is the house of your assets, what you value in life, finances, getting all those sorts of topics organized for yourself. Just looking at where you're at in terms of what brings you that security and what values also you have emotionally on yourself. So it's sort of quite introspective in that way, I think, especially in an earth sign, very much earthy, down to earth, stable, grounded. So the energy around is the three of coins. So very much teaching and learning, teacher, student, spiritual lessons this month coming up. Very much focus on education as well, what you value there. Very interesting. It's three of coins, obviously is an earth card. So it looks as though it's going to be a really great card. And it's also a card of working well with others, Leo. So very nice for you this month to sort of have that, and really nice foundations in your work life. So that's, for most of us, the work life takes up most of our week. So, it's important that we kind of get something out of it, even though it may be annoying sometimes, but still it's about what you get out of it, what is a spiritual attachment to it as well with learning and education. Where you are right now, and we have the Lovers. So decisions to be made. Very interesting with the Lovers. It's a big card, and it's a big card about relationships in general. They don't have to be intimate either, Leo. It can be just those really special relationships we have with those people, and perhaps especially sort of centered around the workplace as well, where it can be sort of just a fantastic sort of relationship. And so it's coming in hard and fast here where you are right now, just to kind of let you know, look, these things are of great importance to you, especially this next 4 weeks coming up in the time of Virgo. So we'll find out a bit more about that as we go along, but a really good card. But also it's quite monumental in a way too, because it does have your relationships under the microscope. And they're important as well. So let's see the influencer of this card, what brought it in, and all the others. And we have the Queen of Cups, so very much a feminine, quiet energy, an energy of a woman, actually, female energy, that she's kind of like she's a receiver. She doesn't say very much, but she's very much a person of it, being a listener and a spiritual advisor as well. So this obviously, I'm thinking for you, Leo, this is a really important aspect of yourself for this month. Just being that listener and that emotional, watery energy that, we all can possess these different traits as different times of the year, different months turn over when we have this. So I'm feeling like this is your energy for this month. It's very much about sitting back and taking it all in, and very highly intuitive as well. So you'll know intuitively exactly what's going on for you this month, and what you need to learn, and what you need to listen to. But intuition will carry you through very nicely. Thank you. Let's have a look at what was going on in your birthday time of July, August. And we had the Page of Swords, so very much up in the air type of energy, not really knowing what was going on, hard to nail things down. Probably a lot of, instability with the swords is the air card, the wind card, that can really shake things up sometimes, where you just feel a bit like you're floating around and you can't sort of ground yourself. It's a little spy card too, people sort of watching you, social media, all that sort of thing. gossip card as well, bit of gossip going on there. So all in all, quite a bit of instability in that last, 4 weeks, despite the fact that it was your, birthday month. There's just that energy around you of instability there with that Page of Swords. But as you see now, you're sort of coming through that as well. Let's see this recent influences. And then we have the Fear for Fear's sake card, Leo. So don't start, worrying about things that you can't control. Just leave it be. Maybe a bit of sleeplessness coming in too. But that's all right. Just kind of switch that off and turn on the intuition. Because this is just a whole lot of noise with no sort of... It doesn't really have any weight. It's just worry in the mind. It's just the brain sort of in free fall, really, just attaching itself onto every little thing that could go wrong or every little problem. Anyway, so there we are. Fear for fear's sake, say no more. Try not to sort of attach yourself to that sort of energy. The lesson you'll be learning: travel, movement, lots of travel and movement coming up for you this month as well. Slipping out of whatever's been normal for you, and then suddenly you find yourself going places, just changing your environment for a little bit, having a bit of fun and, a bit of an adventure coming in. Fast moving energy card. It's one of your wands, so just go and enjoy. Don't worry so much about things that you can't control. Just get on and, if you are traveling, have a really good time. But it's just that energy of, movement, not just stagnant sitting there dwelling and all that sort of business. Let's have a look at near future. And then we have, what do I hang on to? What do I let go of? Now, this is a big, strong card, despite the fact that it is a minor card. It is all what I call a past life card. It's all about family. It's about heritage. It's about hanging on to things. Or do we hang on to that person? Do you need that person in your life, or you want to let go of them? It's very much a dodgy card in that way, that it's really hard to sort of relinquish this energy. It can be called the miser card too, about money and stuff as well. But I think it's more about emotions and people in your life that you sort of think, oh, maybe just cut that for a little bit. Just have a holiday from that. Don't hang on so hard to some things, because, as we know, life is very much about moving forward, and sometimes you can't take everything with you. You've got to give up something. So that's coming in, but I wouldn't worry so much. It's just a matter of letting go rather than hanging on, I feel. Let's see what's happening that you're not realising, and we have the Chariot. So definitely travel, moving on, travelling, going somewhere. But a lot of emotional discipline is needed. This, for whatever this may be, just discipline yourself with that emotionally. Just try and sort of fix it up and, see it in the right context that it's meant to be seen in. As long as you're emotionally strong and disciplined, it'll be fine. Definitely movement coming in here, travel once again. So maybe if you are traveling, it's going to be quite beneficial for you in terms of just getting that perspective back in. And because you have values in the second house this month, it's all about that kind of thing all blending in together. So it looks quite interesting, Leo, for you. How others see you. The King of Coins, so very much at the top of the pack, very much this male person here. He may be your mentor, he may be your pea in a pod, if you know what I mean. But once again, it's a very strong energy, very much a person that's reached the top of their game. But this is how people are seeing you as well. Very strong, very much a person who's worked very hard to get to where you've got to be, and you are in a very strong position. so interesting, especially with that relationship card too. We can sort of see that that's quite important as well for you. And this person too could be, you know, he's a mentor. It's a father card. It's just the card of a sort of really well-rounded male, if you like. But we can apply that energy to females as well. It's sort of fluid. Let's have a look at what you're feeling positive about. And the devil. So the entrapment, or the just a rut. So you're feeling a bit ruttish maybe about work, or always just work. That's all right. You've got a bit of an opportunity to move this month. And we all get into the clutches of the devil sometimes, where it's just all work. Everything's centered around that. And sometimes we just need a bit of a holiday or a break from that humdrum. It can be humdrum, just to get on. Nice though, in terms of knowing that when, I think this card comes up when you know you've just got to step off the merry-go-round for a little bit and do something different. The outcome. And then we have a bit of jealousy coming up at the end. Well, so no surprises there really, Leo. You're very much front and centre people. Don't worry so much about that, as long as you're aware it's around. It's always around. You've got those people, more insecure people around you going, oh, look at her, she thinks she's great, or he thinks he's great. Don't worry too much. It's just a confirmation that that energy is around. And I'll just put one on there. Yeah, but it's somebody else who's sort of used by deities, really. Yeah, nothing to worry about too much. There's something of someone sort of having a big fall coming up. Or their sort of life structure isn't that good, so that it's just a bit of a projection, I'd say. Now we'll see your message. I think it's a nice reading, Leo. You're going to have an interesting month at least.